because Fuck You, That's Why is a founding member of the Odd Pods Media Network.
What? Oh, sorry. It's Pants Aaron. Hi, BFYTW. What's happening? Sorry.
Coming to you live from Aaron's bedroom.
Oh shit. Yes. Okay.
Maybe you should get dressed before you start.
He is
stepping in
pantsless.
front of the webcam there, buddy.
I'm just gonna start helicoptering.
Okay, stop it.
Hey, he's blowing us out of the room. All right.
Yeah, no, I didn't sleep through this one. We're in the studio.
Yeah, no, he's actually here this time.
I'm actually
He didn't
here.
get abducted.
I made it.
by the
I
sleep.
didn't take an edible and then sleep for 14 hours.
You know, I feel that because I've had that happen to me back on the BS show where just
Oh my God.
edible hit just too hard and I slept through the whole thing.
I could not believe it. Like when I woke up and looked at the clock and it said 3 o'clock, I went, "Oh my God!" I just freaked out. Like, holy shit!
Funny. We're just like, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I
he's
was
not
gonna-
answering any
more
of
than
us.
I
anything,
probably
like-
think I'm dead. Like, holy shit! What
we're-
the fuck?
We were
might
gonna
have been-
come by after
yeah.
the show. I'm like, we might just have to drive over there and just fucking bang on his door and shit.
We might have been sitting here going, "Where the fuck is he?" But the whole time we're like, "Man, I hope he's okay."
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
No, it turned out this is fucking stupid. My mistake was taking the edible like right before bed at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, because it's
okay.
still in
Like,
your system.
That was the mistake.
Still in your system.
Too late.
So like the following week, like I'd wised up and I took it at like 6,
Okay.
like just after dinner.
Nice.
Like, so that by the time I was getting in bed, I was still feeling it, but it wasn't going to keep me until 3 in the morning. 3 in the afternoon. So this week, like I had the same choice. Like I was planning on having an edible and then I lost track of time and I'm like, it's 10 o'clock. I'm not going to risk it. I'll just go without. So no edible for me. Just fucking
Raw dogged it.
Yeah, raw dogged it. Yeah, that's what
Raw
I did.
dog that
I
sleep
completely
cycle.
raw dogged sleep. Went in bare, without protection. What the fuck?
As God intended.
As God intended. Yeah. God who is anti-weed. Welcome to BFYTW.
Hey,
it doesn't
what's up?
sound like it, but this is very much a normal episode. We're going to play some games and have some fun. I've got 3 games here, and whichever one of these 2 idiots can do the best of these games will win and earn themselves a sense of superiority that they genuinely should
that we need to get by.
genuinely should not. So let's get to the introductions. He's a gamer and a storyteller, and he used to be my youngest friend. Now he's just Augie.
He's a gamer and a storyteller. It's Augie Doggy 08.
Augie,
Yo.
how does it feel to be the best after 7 other failures?
After 7 other fails. Feels like first, but really it's 8th.
the Augie Mark 8.
Yep.
So I have a question. I guess
I may have an answer.
it's always related to something that I'm doing. So what is the most joy you've squeezed out of something so small?
I mean, would a video game be considered small? I guess
depends on how
relatively
small
speaking.
it is. Like,
I mean, certain games like Let's Build a Zoo, which is like this 8-bit like building a zoo tycoon thing, and it's pretty simple. You just build a zoo. You can't you can fail, but there's like so many safety nets that you can't possibly fail. But I remember getting just hours of enjoyment out of it. Just silly game. Like you actually probably remember watching me play it just like almost every night.
He was on it all the time.
All it was just
it was cool.
Doing fun stuff like that. So like small indie games. Things that only last you like a couple hours really, and you can like beat it in an afternoon.
Right.
Like get a lot of enjoyment out of those. Like you feel like you get your money's worth and you feel better coming off of it. Where like some of the longer, more expensive games that cost you like $70 nowadays. And you'd get no enjoyment out of it, or you have to keep playing for hours and hours and hours until you feel like you got your money's worth out of it.
Right. No, that's fair, man. Good one. I like that.
That is fair. I do appreciate that. There's some smaller games that have kept me entranced for way longer than honestly I expected. A good one is I think the Guardian Legend for NES.
Yeah,
like, that's a Nintendo ass game that I can literally put 10 hours in. And literally enjoy the shit out of, and like and the actual file size is tiny on a computer compared to something you download nowadays. Pretty much every game is just massive.
It's insane.
But anyway, his opponent is a veteran and a podcaster, and by intergalactic law, that makes him a veteran podcaster. It's Stevie.
It's Stevie. What a weird asshole.
Yeah, huh?
They don't get weirder.
Nuh-uh.
The crowd's got to work on that fade in.
His chocolate starfish is more like a piranha.
Yeah, it's more like hot fudge now.
Oh, it's melting.
God, I've missed you.
Listen,
why is there bubbles in it?
That's what friction does. So
That's what friction does.
It's true. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not wrong. Just
not wrong
saying.
at all. Not even a
Friction
little
does
bit.
heat things up.
Stevie, what is the most joy that you've squeezed out of something small?
This is crazy because I actually mentioned it in the moment of it happening. On Halloween night, Augie and I were sitting outside for the trick-or-treaters, and we just had 2 chairs set up in the driveway, listening to a podcast, and we just like BS and just hung out for like 3.5 hours. Nothing, like just
That's a long ass
chilled.
podcast.
Like, we listened to one.
It was Gate Leapers.
We listened to Gate
yes, it
Leapers.
was long.
Okay.
It was the Gate Leapers
good.
marijuana episode that
Which
we were actually.
which I'm currently listening to.
Oh, are you? Okay, no
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
We were luckily enough on it, which was so much fun. But yeah, go
Yeah.
check it out. It was great. So we got to sit outside and do that,
Mendius.
and just chill for, like I said, hours and just BS. It was kind of cool, man, like the good old days. And since I did just mention that we were on the Gate Leapers, I do have to mention also that this past week I recorded with Russ and Lauren for the Beard Ale podcast.
Ooh.
We they are going through the Dare to Be Stupid, I think, right now.
Nice.
Album, and they brought me on for Yoda. So it was fun. It was a great time.
Nice.
So
So
look out for that.
so check out the Beard Ale podcast and check out the Gate Leapers for more entertainment from these weirdos.
Yeah, if you want more of us, it's the Gate Leapers and other odd pods. The best way to find us.
Yeah.
We'll be all over that shit like white on rice.
Yep.
On Stevie.
Yeah, and that's mad white.
White as Stevie.
Don't get any whiter. All right, so that having been said, I'm your host, Pantsless Aaron. Hit it.
Pantsless Aaron.
The host of BFYTW.
Pantsless Aaron.
He'll trick some stoners for a laugh or two.
Pantsless Aaron.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
What's happening? So, I got my hands on something a little fun.
Whoa.
As you know, I enjoy like mini PCs, and I love trying to take like not a lot of money and getting a shit ton of gaming out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
This past weekend, I gave myself probably the biggest challenge in that arena I think I've ever faced.
Really?
Yeah, I bought an $80 PC.
That's interesting.
on
complete
AliExpress.
PC?
Yeah,
Like
it's a full ass PC.
Huh.
It is
Don't even think you can get a
it is
laptop that cheap.
it is a recycled, refurbished / whatever reword you want to use. It's a point of sale PC, a POS PC as we call them, because they're pieces of shit.
Yep.
But they're also point of sale PCs. This one was
for like cash registers.
This one was in an industrial use of some kind. Don't know where it came from, but somebody came up with the bright idea. Hey, this small board is a full PC on its own, and it's strong enough to run a lot of retro games. Why don't we put an acrylic case on it and then set it up as a retro gaming machine? So they're selling these things with like two cheap as shit wireless controllers, which I do not recommend you use.
They're your backup
terrible.
controllers.
And they come with a 500 gigabyte hard drive.
Okay.
And it's just full of retro games, and it just runs. Now, it runs most games up to PS2 and GameCube. And it's not great. Like, they don't run them very well. And because it's literally like a dual core Celeron processor. It's 1.8 gigs. But I challenged myself. I'm like, can I make this thing better? Can I make it even stronger or capable of doing more? And the answer is no.
Oh. You hit me all interested. I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
Did you overclock it?
I was like, I could easily cheaply replace the CPU with something stronger for sure. And no, it's soldered to the board. So I was like, okay.
Fuck that.
What the fuck? Who did that?
Could I put a cheap ass graphics card in it? No, absolutely not. No PCI connectors. So I'm like, what can I do? Like, the best that I could do was like replace the mechanical hard drive with an SSD.
Okay.
So I had a 500 gigabyte SSD on hand. So it does greatly speed up booting up and loading of all the games, and all that stuff is much faster.
Cool.
I also upgraded the operating system, because the one they were using was an older version of Batocera, which is a retro game focused operating system. I used the most recent one, and apparently along with that came the most upgraded versions of the emulators. So a lot of PS2 games and GameCube games that I couldn't get to run on the old machine now run fine.
Nice.
It's still not perfect. There are some PS2 games I could not get to run full speed. Just absolutely not happening. The Tekken games, they're like, no.
Can't fight.
Absolutely not.
No, that's fair.
Absolutely not.
That's fair, though. I can get
But
that.
I mean, I played, what was it, like Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune, even though those have 3D elements, that was fine. I played surprisingly, Final Fantasy X had only a few slowdowns, and I have to assume that's because the emulator is really hardwired to get that game running, because that's a top on many people's
has the
lists.
video.
Was it when
all
Titus
in
was
it, right?
laughing?
No, I didn't get to that. I refused. I just played like the
Just
opening
skip
bit.
over it.
Like, no, it's not happening.
I just
man.
played.
Not
I
doing
just,
it.
just
Not
played
doing
the
it.
opening bit. That
I
was all
installed
for
an
me.
emulator so I could fast forward through that bit.
But I even went to the extreme of like putting Wii games on there, because it uses the same emulator as GameCube, and even fewer of those worked. But I did get a few running, especially ones that I really wanted to play, like Super Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Only on the Wii. I love that game. That
I
game
never
is
played
amazing.
it. I heard it was cool.
It's fantastic.
Super Paper
it's
Mario is
fantastic.
basically the spiritual successor to their Nintendo Super Mario Star or Sword thing. It was on the Super Nintendo, and it was an RPG, a Mario RPG. It introduced like two other characters.
I'd say this is its own thing. Like,
think so?
It uses the 2D characters, but the reason it's super is because you can press a button and switch into 3D. Like, the view will actually change.
Oh, cool.
And you can actually see in 3D. And there are things you can't see in 2D that you can only see in 3D, like pathways, hidden blocks,
You got the other axis
hidden
and
pipes,
stuff.
things like that. Yeah, it's really cool. I like the way it messes with perspective, and like they hid so much shit in there.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it is a lot of fun, but it's not. It is an RPG in that you can level up and gain more hit points and more strength and all that stuff. But it really is a 2D platformer at heart. Like, you're literally
still Mario.
you're jumping and stomping on things. It's a side scroller. It's not. Yeah, there's no turn-based shit in it. But anyway. And the final thing that I squeezed out of that, I installed Steam on the motherfucker, and I spent most of yesterday and today testing PC games on this fucking thing.
Oh my God.
It's
So
got
what
a
works?
1.8 gigahertz dual core fucking processor. Let me tell you how much that limits the
You can play
games that I can
Doom.
put on
I
there.
was gonna say you could probably play
play
the Tex
Doom.
Murphy games.
Yeah, probably could
Yeah.
easily. But I mean, I was playing things like Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Yes.
Works great. I
Holy
was playing
shit.
Max Payne earlier.
Holy fuck.
That was a lot of fun. So there's a lot of games.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of games that will run on this thing, despite only being $80.
That's
So
nice.
in the end, I'd say thumbs up. I enjoyed it, and I'm still getting a lot of kicks out of it. But I'm gonna see if I can do even better next time. But we'll get to that. For right now, it's time for game one, because we've been
Yes.
talking a lot. Game one is going to be, have I got good news for you? I've got 3 news stories here, and all our players have to do is tell me which one of the 3 I picked as my favorite news of the week. The best news story of the week, as it were. And whichever player gets it, or if neither gets it, my second favorite story of the week will win the game and earn 1 episode point. We're going to go through all 3 stories as we usually do and talk about them, and then we'll discuss, and I'll have the players pick which one they think is the best. And let's start off with our first news story. Woolly mammoth's extinction mystery may be solved.
Ooh.
It was fucking allergies.
What?
That makes sense. Because there were some people that said it might have been overhunting from early human.
Wait a minute. Was it their allergy, or was it the allergy of something else? And they're just like, we got to kill these woolly mammoths because we're so allergic to them. And like they're just like, hunt them all.
So there have
equally
been a
possible, I
lot
suppose.
of theories as to what caused the extinction of the woolly mammoths. No
Yeah.
one really knows, as Augie stated.
Yeah, there's no real.
But a
knowing.
recent study has proposed a new theory, and it's decidedly less dramatic. Mammoths died out because of pollen allergies. So mammoths all over the world just sneezed themselves to death.
Aw.
Not exactly. Obviously, that didn't
I was
happen.
like, what a way to go.
But
Trunks just explodes their brain.
plant life was exploding everywhere, and they reproduce through pollen, and that causes more pollen to be wafting continuously through the air. And the new study says that mammoths just couldn't deal with that. Like they literally couldn't breathe. And they
It attacked the respiratory system.
yeah, and they also couldn't.
Suffocated.
They also couldn't smell things, and they wouldn't be able to tell when their potential mates were in the mood.
Oh,
that's how
they could
find
tell.
food. Pheromones.
They
smell
had
predators.
difficulty finding food.
Oh my gosh.
And they wouldn't be able to detect predators.
I didn't think
So
about that
they
either.
wouldn't even
Jeez.
realize that they were in danger until the band of screaming apes was poking them to death with sticks.
Yep. Now imagine that. Now they're having respiratory issues. They're already being outpaced by the best predator with the best stamina out there, early human. Now they have no stamina at all because they can barely breathe.
That's messed up. But wait a minute. Are the monkeys with sticks extinct, or are we fucked?
They were us.
We were the monkeys with the sticks.
We were the monkeys with sticks.
Oh, so we're winning.
By the way, I don't know
We've
if you've
already
s-
won.
I don't know.
won. Yes.
Okay.
We win.
Just don't tell them about the new videos coming out about other monkeys with sticks nowadays.
We got more joining us? Sweet. Our armies have grown.
The orangutan might be the next in line. Who
And to
knows?
cement our victory, we invented Claritin.
Oh, shit. You're right.
So, which
breathe,
the woolly mammoths could have had, and they would have survived if Claritin had been around, but oh well.
Nope. That's kind of crazy.
That's how much dicks humanity is.
They're
like,
like-
we'll kill you, and then we'll
Then cure your
we'll
problem?
fix the thing that killed you.
Hey, Claritin, we got your next commercial.
Do you love woolly mammoths?
Could have saved the woolly mammoths, but we didn't because we're dicks.
Sarah McLaughlin's in the background singing and shit.
In the arms of...
Oh man. Let's move on to story number 2. Oh boy. Washington woman calls 911 when her home is besieged by over 100 raccoons.
What?
Yeah, that sounds about right. A Washington woman. So this happened in Washington.
Yes. it
Wow.
did
West Coast,
indeed.
right?
Our Washington
yes.
or their Washington? Okay, their Washington.
Washington,
State.
Washington.
Not the DC, the state.
Which Washington? Which Washington? You
The
know,
state
We
or
got
the
raccoons here,
the
too.
state
the
or the
only
DC,
one.
Yeah.
the district.
Columbia.
So
Wait a minute.
So anyway, listen, this isn't entirely without fault.
Okay.
So
It's her fault?
this woman
Usually is.
This woman had occasionally fed the raccoons in her backyard.
Okay.
Yeah,
And she had done so for years. It was literally just a thing that she did for years. And he's not entirely accurate, I have to point out.
Okay.
Augie's doing something that is not easily transmissible on a podcast.
no, it's not.
He's waving his arms
It was
around.
more for Steve.
He was
and the
waving he was
Patreon.
waving his hands in such a way to imply that it snowballed. This did not happen. She regularly saw the same raccoons on her property again and again and again over the years, and that's again a reason why she fed them.
Right.
However, apparently raccoons have some sort of internet. They have some sort of communication network.
Underground network.
They have
No.
some sort of network.
So this is actually a callback to, I think, one of our previous episodes where we had something similar to raccoons. Their feces. They have latrines.
Oh yes,
Oh,
they do share
yeah.
bathrooms.
So they can
And
tell.
you have to torch them with flamethrowers to avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They not only shit together,
Infected.
they also spread information together, including in their feces where they can smell food in the other raccoon's feces, being like, hey, they're finding stuff there.
Oh my gosh.
That may have been what happened. All
Wow.
I know is some kind of
Science.
trash panda memo
Trash memo.
was
Conference call.
was going around because on one fateful day she walked outside to see over 100 raccoons besieging her home begging for scraps.
That would freak me the fuck out. I'd get my giant raccoon costume on and go out there and join
If
them. I am your
them on
king.
to victory.
ever needed an excuse to not feed the animals around your home, this is it. This is it. It does not get any better.
Unless you want a raccoon army.
She called
Kinda
the
do.
police. She called animal control. And I don't know what they did.
They probably
Laughed.
didn't believe her at
Good
first.
luck.
She's like, there's an army of what?
All the same, nobody had seen that many raccoons in one place. Nobody ever remembers being surrounded by a swarm of raccoons. This was a first, said a spokesperson for the police. But the cops helped clear the way for the woman to get to her car, but that marked the end of their authority because the police said the raccoons hadn't committed any crimes.
The raccoons have committed no crimes.
Like, we're not dealing with this. They did nothing illegal. Goodbye. That's somebody else's problem.
They declared sovereignty. We can't do anything.
She contacted a trapping company about removing the raccoons, but she can't afford their services because they would have charged her $500 per raccoon.
Yeah.
$500 per raccoon.
100 raccoons, 500 per raccoon.
$500,000.
No,
$50,000.
Quick math is hard.
The case has been handed to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. However, as of the time of this article, the siege remains in place.
The siege remains in the raccoon.
You know, at night she's still like,
besieged
but they're
the
so
home.
cute. I'll just throw them a few things.
You'd think, right?
So, like, people are surprised to see these many raccoons in one area. And again, you don't understand how far raccoons can travel. And two, there was that, 100 years ago where the stint of COVID, remember that, when nobody was doing shit? Yeah, nature came back and repopulated. So, it's not surprising to see that many raccoon in a concentrated area.
Yeah.
Just because.
Got their own little communities.
Yeah, like you can only imagine how many raccoons we have just in our area.
Oh gosh, yeah. 'Cause
We see
know-
literally we see hundreds of deer every year. We just think it's the same dozen deer. No, it's literally hundreds of deer migrating through every year.
Anyway.
Thousands even.
Yeah, so that's story number 2. Let's move on to story number 3. Study reveals that when building space housing, potato starch makes a stronger brick than human blood.
What? Who's volunteering for this test? Like, yeah. Hey guys, $50. You can go do this science test at NASA.
Is that a saying or?
Are you in the potato group or are you in the blood group? Apparently, I'm in the blood group. What does that mean?
Listen, space is apparently the place to be. I mean, we're looking at
Blood is thicker than water. Potato starch. The potato starch is thicker than blood.
Listen, we're looking at ways to colonize the moon, and we need space housing. All right, so. The concrete materials we have on Earth way too much for transportation.
Yeah.
Like we'd be able to build like a wall and that's it.
And we'd be fucked.
And then we'd have to travel
years.
back and do it again.
See, if we just the thing is, we have to set up a logistical system to get everything up there first, and then we'll be fine. It just getting the materials up there is the hard part.
So they're looking for a way to bring a light material that can be turned into strong bricks once they arrive. So they had two options: potato starch and human blood.
We're bringing the humans anyways.
Yeah,
so
humans gonna be there anyways.
We got the blood.
Potato starch doesn't weigh a lot, and it produces a fair bit of what they are calling starcrete, which is concrete in the stars.
Yeah.
Right.
Starcrete is made of potato.
55 pounds of dehydrated potatoes, essentially potato chips, could produce 200 starcrete bricks.
Wow. Okay.
To put that into perspective, though, a 3-bedroom house requires roughly 7,500 bricks.
Okay. Still. Like,
So
potatoes are easy because
talking
a potato makes
quick
potatoes.
mental math here.
Oh man.
We're talking 38 times 55, roughly 1,500 pounds and then some of dehydrated potatoes.
Yeah. But when you think about it, like once you get established up there and you can produce potatoes make more potatoes. So it's stupid easy once you get going.
I was gonna say. Well,
and here's the thing: like, it aside from being very light, it makes a very good brick. The starcrete is very strong. Regular concrete can withstand 32 megapascals of pressure before it cracks.
Okay.
Starcrete that is manufactured with Martian soil can take 72 megapascals, over twice as much pressure before it starts to crack.
Martian soil?
Yeah.
Interesting.
While
Interesting.
moon soil, lunar starcrete, won't break until it comes under 91 megapascals of pressure. So it's even stronger on the moon.
Well, we know where our next resources are.
Take it from the moon.
However, the researchers have suggested other proposals, some more reasonable than others, and one is weird, gross, and disturbing in equal measure because it's based on human blood. Well, not necessarily just blood. You could also make the concrete with urine, but in the process, either blood or pee would be mixed into the concrete to act as a binder, like the potato starch. Okay. And to be fair, the resulting concrete is admittedly strong. The logic behind this is that there is theoretically an infinite supply, as long as the astronauts don't, die. They can just keep feeding their red or yellow fluids into the concrete mill. But it's been a hard sell. I can't imagine why.
Yeah. I am surrounded by human piss, or I'm...
Not only is the idea
my
off-putting,
blood is literally building the bricks around us.
but it has some serious downsides, like the fact that astronauts need their blood to, live.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing is, you're taking blood, which means they're going to be anemic as fuck. You're going to need food, high, sugar foods.
And
stuff
also,
like that
the thought of
all
living
the
in a
time.
blood or a piss house is not that engaging to me.
I mean, you'll forget about it after a while, but...
I mean, as long as it doesn't smell like or look like piss, just don't paint the walls yellow.
Never be yellow. That's
Everybody to the
rule.
brown room, please.
Yeah.
They're taking poo.
I was going to say, I figured it would be feces.
That's
more
what I
than
thought. 'Cause
anything.
there'd be a lot of binding agents in there.
All the microplastics in there are definitely binding together.
I can't find the stats, but I think the blood bricks are also weaker than the potato starch ones, so that's another reason why they'd rather go with that. I mean, I already have as much reason as I need to go with potato starch over human blood. Personally, that's just me.
Which
Easier.
planet do you think is going to become the potato planet?
Mars, the potato planet.
Which one will be the piss potato planet?
The piss potato. Which one's going to be the piss planet? Which is going to be the potato planet? And which is going to be the planet made of blood? And no, you can't say Earth for the last one. That's cheating.
It already is.
Yeah, right. Too late. All right, gentlemen, that's our 3 news stories, and all you have to do is tell me which one I picked before the show as being the best story of the 3. I don't remember which one of you lost last game, and I couldn't be bothered to care. So
Couldn't care. Good enough.
That's fair.
I'm gonna flip a candy bar. It makes as much sense as you think.
Yeah, I like it.
It's pointing closest to Stevie, so Stevie, you're gonna go first.
I just get to choose one of these, right?
Yep, you just
Okay.
choose one. Which one do you think is the best news story of the week?
The one that I personally would choose, and I'm hoping it's the same one you, because it's kind of adorable and funny because what the cop said. The hundreds of raccoons. I am down. Like, if I saw that shit happen here, I would, no joke, run upstairs, get my raccoon costume, get a basket full of food, and come out and hang.
Okay.
Become their leader.
Become their leader.
Then I'd have an army
you
of
want to be
raccoons.
King Raccoon?
Fuck yeah, could you imagine? I walk down the street and there's like 100 raccoons following behind me? Like, what? No one's gonna do shit.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm the raccoon king.
Augie, you may pick one of the other 2.
Damn, you took mine. All right. Well, you know what? No, I think your favorite has got to be the potato starch, making the stronger bricks. Mostly because half the story is really interesting that we're using potatoes to build, possibly build structures on other planets, which is really fucking cool. But the fact that it's funny to think that we also could possibly have piss bricks being built on other planets. And can you imagine that alien interaction when they're like, oh man, your architecture is really interesting. What do you make it out of?
What's really funny
and explaining that to them.
What's really funny to me is that these are being chosen because they bind the materials together. They're
Right.
sticky.
Yeah.
The stickiest,
Just because of the binding agent.
the stickiest human liquid that I can think of
Yeah.
is neither of those. Why have we not tried jizz bricks?
You know,
I'm just saying.
somebody has.
Somebody has.
You do. Oh, you just, out of all the fluids, somebody's like, let me guess. I'm right back.
So
They had to have tried it. They had to.
this may come as a surprise, but it turns out
We're all wrong.
neither of you got
Yeah.
my favorite story. My favorite story was the woolly mammoths.
Aaron hates woolly mammoths, guys.
Yeah,
if you
'cause he
didn't
hates
know.
woolly mammoths.
Due
Yeah.
to allergies. Like
hates those
that's
things.
Because he pointed to that and goes, ha, I'm better than a woolly mammoth.
I have nasty allergies. and
I'm stronger
I'm
than a
still
woolly
here,
mammoth.
bitch. You can probably hear it in my nose right now. I'm stuffed up.
We've got allergies
But I'm
and
still here.
pandemics still happening.
I
Fuck
outlived the
you.
woolly mammoths. Fuck them. Those hairy bitches. The stupid elephants.
Damn hairy elephants.
Stupid hairy elephants.
Get a haircut. Hippie.
Get a buzz
Hippie
cut.
elephant.
Bald is beautiful,
You
bitch.
might
Yeah.
breathe better.
Yeah, you might be able to breathe.
Yeah, fucking
Trim
get the
those
fucking
hairs?
hair away from your nose, or trunk, as it were. No, it's something.
It's okay. They're not around to defend themselves.
Yeah, they can't be offended. Fuck off.
You know, there's some woolly mammoths somewhere in a cave listening to our show. Just cheer.
Signal tier next to Sasquatch.
Yeah.
The piss bricks and the blood bricks just kind of made me sick. And I mean, the second story, it is kind of funny.
It is funny.
The woman has basically lost her home, so I don't feel great about that.
No, she didn't lose it. It's still being sieged. She could defend it. She just got to rally. It's fine.
They're just
it's
eating
fine.
all of her shit and tearing everything to shreds in her house.
Look, as long as she can still somehow get supplies in there, she can hold out for years. It's okay.
Man, yeah, no, I just didn't feel great about picking either one of those. So I went with the woolly mammoths just because it tickled me that something so simple
That's fair.
could bring down an entire species. But it's true. It's true.
Happens all the time.
It really can. So that means we have to go with my second favorite, which was the raccoon story.
Yeah.
So Stevie officially wins the game and gets 1 point. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Well done.
Go raccoons. Come on.
Damn
Got your back.
raccoons.
I'll feed
He's
you.
down 1-0, but he can easily catch up or pass Stevie. We're playing game number 2 when we come back, and it's worth 2 big episode points right after this. Hey man, welcome to BFYTW's mailbox. We're going to check comments
What's
and
in the
voicemails,
box?
see what we got this week. Stevie, why don't you start us off? What do we got rocking?
Yeah,
what have our
yeah.
fans had to say?
Through our Patreon, we're gonna hit these ones up first. So,
for it.
show number 239, Augie Makes It Worse. This is the episode Augie took over. after you were.
Yeah, listen to this one.
I was high as hell.
You both were.
It was pretty amazing, yeah. So we got a bunch of comments on here. First one, it looks like, comes from David M. So he says, make it worse. Warm clothes from the dryer.
Yeah.
Which I thought was freaking smart, dude. Like, so good.
I would actually argue the opposite. I would say you need to use broader topics for make it worse, because when you make it real specific like that,
too hard.
It gets too hard and you lose it real fast.
Yeah.
Broader topics will make it last a little bit longer because it gives you more angles of attack on it. But with warm clothes from the dryer, there's only so much you could do.
Yeah.
Having said that, it was still fun. So
Yeah.
like, I'm not knocking
Just something
you for
quick.
choosing it.
Yeah,
It's just,
something quick and easy.
But yeah, David McGinn, he wrote on there, your name is Bobby Hill and you love fresh laundry from the dryer. You wake up one morning and find a warm load of laundry from your dryer and replace your underwear with warm underwear, only to hear your father say, it's 7:30 in the morning already, the boy ain't right. Now every time you smell warm laundry, your father's disappointment in your
rings your head.
rings your head.
That's funny.
Constantly father's disappointment.
Yeah, so
every
just
time.
constantly.
Aw.
Every time you do laundry, your father's disappointed in you.
It's kind of messed up.
A follow-up message. This is Augie's brain. This is Augie's brain buffering. Any questions? Seriously, great job, guys. It's really great to hear Augie grow as a podcaster and taking the reins.
Oh,
well,
my
thank
God.
you. And yes, that was holy shit. I fucking don't know, man. I just don't.
That was so magical because he's like,
I
go ahead, hit
listened to that.
play.
I fucking.
The pauses were not added. They were there.
So messed up.
Did you know you were pausing? Because if
At the
not,
time,
that
at
could
the
be.
At the time, yes. But the thing is that like I'm like trying to remember what I'm trying to say, and all of a sudden my mouth just stops. I'm like, what's the next word? Okay, I got the next word. Say the fucking word. What's going on? Like, you know, and then finally it does it. I'm like, okay, da-da-da-da. And the whole time I'm like, I'm trying to not have to restart either. Like you could see I'm fighting it so hard to be like, no, just have it go through as far as I can. I don't know, man. I'm fucking insane. I'm pretty sure.
David McGinn calling it buffering is genius.
Yeah.
It's because that's what it
Genuinely
was.
what it felt like.
Yeah, it was lag, brain lag, 100%. And then last comment here from Kristen F. Your
Yay.
dedication to getting a show out right after getting back from vacation is inspiring. Amazing as always.
Aw.
Inspiring or just stupid?
I'm gonna say inspiring because I'll take that compliment and I'll say thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristen.
I was so worried it would like rushed too because I'm like,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun,
I enjoyed
man.
it
Like it
thoroughly.
was a good time, and it did fly by. Like it was a good episode.
all right, this one's on Midnight Smoke at the Illuminarium.
Oh yeah. So the
Yeah, it kind of strikes me a lot of things in Vegas are just video walls. Like, it's just kind
I mean, that's the thing now.
of like video walls? Really? Okay.
I think a lot of
cheaper
it's
than
now,
practical effects.
I think a lot of it's like Vegas is a big place to go drink, and now drinking's gone away more to the side, and enhancing drugs are the bigger thing. There's dispensaries
Yeah, this
everywhere.
is for, like,
Everybody's
people
on
who are not
edibles,
just
and
on
I think
edibles,
they're
but, like,
like hitting it hard.
LSD, I'm pretty sure, is what this place was
So
for.
Stevie went to the Illuminarium. I did not go to this.
Yeah,
It was a bad day for me.
The
so-
Farleys, thank you very much for the trip there.
Yes, very
unfortunately,
much.
Aaron couldn't make it to that one, which kind of sucked because I think he would have liked to see this in there, but I get it. But this was cool. This was actually one of the free videos we threw up on Patreon and stuff. But yeah, Kristen F, she wrote on there, we had an amazing time, and it was so true. Like walking in and seeing that first room light up, and I'm just like in awe, like literal awe. I just
Like
stood
a
there
moth to a
and just
flame.
stared for like a good 30 seconds, and then turning and then seeing the rest of the room. It was amazing. So it was just so much fun because it was all 8-bit too, and it was like light brights. It was fun. And then finally, while we were hanging out, this is the night I think.
I didn't see this.
Oh,
'cause
you-
I went to bed. Yeah.
I mean, I could play it. It's free, but
Don't. I'll check it out. on
you
Patreon
gotta
later.
check it out. It's freaking.
What's the comment? I gotta see what people say
Yeah,
about this.
I didn't. I just spliced it all together.
Good comment.
So the comments from Okay, so this is the COAO Turtle Oreo Coke review. We had our friend Girl Aaron from the On the Lanai podcast do an Oreo Coke review while we were in Las Vegas as the group at
For
the
anyone
table.
who doesn't know, you can buy Oreo flavored Coke or Coke flavored Oreos. Either are disgusting.
Yeah. Both are disappointing,
Yeah.
apparently. I have never tried them, but...
It was never not going to be disappointing.
Right, yeah, but somebody might like it. But regardless, she did a review of it. I recorded it.
Somebody who, like an alien? Somebody with decidedly non-human taste buds?
It's possible.
Like, Jesus.
Somebody buys it because somebody approved it, right? Maybe. I don't know.
Listen, executives are stupid.
That's true.
Sometimes corporations just throw money at each other just to see if what
See it
sticks.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, check out the review. I don't want to spoil too much for Erin, other than I probably annoyed the hell out of her. And William M's comment was, "How did she not beat you with your own cane for that?"
To be fair, we spent the entire trip annoying the shit out of Erin.
Yes.
And she probably could have and would have been dead to rights by just smashing us about the head.
Especially at that point. For what I did
I
in
think
this
I was
video.
daring her to slap me at some point.
Yeah, you had 5 slaps or something from what I heard.
Just never collected.
No.
Oh yeah, someone mentioned that to me that she has a tally or you owe her something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were jerks, to be honest. To be fair. Sorry, Aaron.
Sorry, Erin. We love you. We're only jerks because we love you.
We were only jerks because it was funny.
That's it. I mean, it's funny.
Because it made people
These
laugh.
two are just horrible, aren't they, Aaron? I would never do that to
Augie
you.
would never do that to you.
Augie would never do that to anybody.
No, Augie's too nice.
That's
why he needs to be around us.
Doesn't have a mean bone in his body.
No, you need to be around us so we can even
Except
out
his
the
penis. His penis
That
is
one's
pretty mean.
fucking angry.
It's always angry. It's always angry. Man.
Dude, it's like hangry.
Angry dick. Angry
It's
dick.
like,
Angry
it
dick.
needs to eat, but it never can.
Wow. All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Talking about my angry dick.
Did we get an award? It looks like.
Oh
yes.
yeah, number 1 in angry penises.
Number 1 angry penis of the month. No, Good Pods.
Yay, good pods.
Good Pods. We are number 1 in their top 100 indie games monthly chart yet again.
Again?
I believe for the second month running.
That's awesome.
We are killing it.
We are crushing it
in
there.
games on Good Pods. So congrats to us.
Heck yes.
And I think that's all of the comments. So we just got one voicemail left.
Yes,
if I'm
we
not
do.
mistaken.
We have one voicemail
Augie,
to wrap
hit
this
it.
up.
Eat a bean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Adding that to the
That's gonna-
soundboard.
it's gonna be-
I'm gonna rename that for something.
It's going to be a shirt.
Eat a
At the
bean.
very least, it's
Eat
going
a
to be a shirt.
bean.
That was
I was even
Eat a
there.
bean. I've been doing it since I got home.
Every time I hear him too, like sometimes I'll hear him in the other room go, "Eat a bean." What the fuck is he doing? He's in the bathroom. He said he had to take a shit.
Stupidest fucking thing I think ever.
It's so good though.
It's good.
We need to get like a Mexican bean with some sunglasses on it too, or some shit, or a japolino.
And like an erection under some shorts.
Oh my god.
It's like, eat a bean.
Okay,
A knowing
guys,
smirk.
we need ideas. We need ideas for the logo for Eat a Bean. Start processing and let us know. Either write us emails, call in, freaking DM us, hit us up on Patreon. Just do it. Ideas, because we'll get stuff made. I promise you, I'll make something. Eat a bean pins.
No,
Eat a
what you
bean
do is get-
bandanas.
You know, like you got those
a bean
cutesy
wing towels.
fruits.
Sorry.
No, you know how they
Eat a
do.
bean wank rat.
Right, wink.
Oh fuck.
You know
yes.
how they got those like cutesy or like anime or what's the word?
Chibi?
Yeah, chibi. Thank you.
You're
They
welcome.
got those like chibi like food things with like
Yeah.
the little mouth like faces on them that are smiling
Like
and
the
stuff like that.
watermelon and shit?
You do that, it's just like a kidney bean or whatever, and you put a like one of the like the menacing like or no, it's the like the squinted eyes, but like the like the cat mouth kind of thing, and then above it, it's just in big words, just eat a bean.
the fangs and stuff.
All right. With that, I think we're going to get back to our games.
Probably good
Probably
call.
good idea. Probably should get back to it.
Are we out of practice? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I'm just like waiting. I'm like, okay, we're gonna count it down from here.
Jesus. All right,
Get ready.
it's time for game 2, motherfuckers.
That was amazing, dude.
Unbelievable.
Gotta keep them on their toes.
Game 2 is an old favorite we haven't played in a very long time.
Oh shit.
It's time to play Who's in My Mouth?
Oh.
It was not an invitation. I've got 10 celebrities and fictional characters on a list, and I'm going to give you several clues to the identity of just one of them. And the first player to guess the correct identity gets a point. There's just 2 problems. 1, the clues have been run through an automatic translation program 40 times.
Oh God, 40.
So unrecognizable.
So some of them are unrecognizable. And 2, I'm going to read these clues in a completely unrelated voice. So it's not an imitation. It's just
Not an
some
invitation.
voice.
Okay.
Will not be a clue to the person or fictional character whatsoever. The first player to get 3 points wins the game and earns 2 episode points. So, Augie, you lost last game. You have the choice. Would you like to be in control first, or would you like Stevie to be in control first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Oh, he's been taking control a lot
In
lately.
that case, here are the 10 celebrities and fictional characters that these clues could be about. Bruce Willis, Michelle Yeoh, Jason Voorhees, Jason Statham, Jamie Lee Curtis, Corey Feldman, Chuck Norris, Michael Myers, Haley Joel Osment, or Jet Li. All right. Our players have already written these names down, so they're going to be thinking about those particular people as we go into our clues. Here is our first person, our first identity. I was born a musician and a pastor. Augie, it's not much to go on. Would you like to take a guess, or would you like to pass control to Stevie? Remember, if you get it wrong, you give him a free guess on the next clue.
And a pastor? Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I gotta pass this.
Okay. Stevie, do you want to take a shot, or are you going to pass it right back?
I'm gonna pass it for the clue.
Okay, fair enough. Augie, you remain in control. We're going to move on to clue number 2. I became famous in 1984.
Pass.
Augie passes again. Stevie, pass or take a shot?
I think I want to take a shot at this.
Oh boy. All right. Who do you think these clues are about?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Is wrong.
Damn it! I thought I was right. I really did, man.
So, we're going to pass control back to Augie.
Okay.
You get a free guess on this next clue.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Augie? My first film was a horror film that stabbed many lives. Now, bearing in mind, it is not Jamie Lee Curtis. Who is your free guess?
Ooh, it's one of 2 people.
Pick the wrong one. Augie doesn't watch these movies.
I know I don't. Michael Myers.
Michael Myers is wrong.
Oh.
Sorry. But you don't lose control. You maintain control as we go to clue number 4.
Okay.
Michael Jackson has made a huge impact and has released several albums. So bearing in mind, this is clue number 4.
What?
Augie, do you want to take a stab at this, or do you want to pass to Stevie?
Pass.
Okay, Stevie. Bearing in mind, this is clue number 4. Clue 5 usually gives it away.
Michael
Do you want to take a stab at this? Bearing in mind, if you get it wrong, you're going to give Augie 2 free guesses.
I know.
2 free guesses at the final clue, so it's up to you whether you'd like to take a shot
This
or
is
pass
so
it.
difficult. I don't know. I'm just gonna knock this out because I don't know if I lose the first one, that's fine. I'm already ahead 1 game. I'm gonna go with Jason Voorhees. I don't think it's true, but I'm gonna go with it.
Jason Voorhees is absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not Jason
left that for
Voorhees.
you, Augie.
So, Augie, you get a free guess at this, and if you're wrong, you'll get to take another shot at it if you want. There'll be no point in passing.
If you don't want.
Yeah, you might as well
There's
guess at
no
that
point in
point.
passing on this.
Yeah.
All right, so Augie, you get 2 shots at this before Stevie gets another chance. Here's clue number 5. I'm famous for mouthing the Goonies. You look still clueless, but you have 2 guesses at this.
Corey Feldman.
Is right.
Nice,
I guess.
Absolutely right.
Okay.
What the
He was born to a musician and pastor, were his parents.
Okay.
He first became famous in 1984. That was his big break.
Right.
In the horror film that stabbed many lives. It was actually one of the Friday the 13th movies, if I'm not mistaken. It was Corey Feldman's first film. Michael Jackson's had a huge impact on him, and Corey Feldman, has released many albums. Thus the confusion with clue number 4.
I was so
and
lost.
So was I. Yeah.
he's most famous for being Mouth in the Goonies.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Good one.
Well done, Augie. You have the first point. We're going to switch over to Stevie now.
That was tough.
Stevie, you start with control on
Okay.
our
And it
next
only gets
person.
worse from here.
I know.
You know now that this is not Corey Feldman, but every other
Yep.
name is back in play.
Let's get K spelling Corey Feldman out of here.
All right.
Corey with a K.
All right, Stevie, you're in control as we go to second identity, first clue.
Okay, got this.
I am the youngest of 2 sons and 2 daughters, and my family was poor when my father died.
This is me.
Is Augie? Augie's on the list. I'm gonna have to pass.
Okay, Stevie passes. Augie, do you want to play or pass?
Pass.
Okay, we move on to clue number 2. Stevie, you are still in control.
Okay.
I discovered my talent at the age of 12.
Huh.
Any one of these child actors. Not that there is any on the list.
Youngest. Oh. I'm gonna have to pass again.
Okay, back to Augie. Would you like to play or pass?
Pass.
Dang.
On to clue number 3.
I'm not like you
Augie.
and making a stupid guess.
He's not giving you any freebies.
I know.
Stevie,
Yeah.
clue number 3.
My first film in 1982 was a commercial success.
Again, could be any one of them.
Not that. Not that. Pass. I have to wait.
Augie,
Oh man, this is difficult.
are we going all the way to clue 4 without a single guess?
Yes, we are, actually.
Wow.
You're passing. Okay,
Oh
Stevie.
no.
Back
Oh,
to you.
no.
Now it gets interesting. Remember,
Yeah.
clue 4 is the second to last. Here is your clue.
He is playing a villain for the first time with Mel Gibson.
Play or pass?
Pass.
Ooh. Augie, are we going to get to clue 5 without a guess? Augie, play or pass?
Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
I want to guess so bad, but I know I'd be wrong, so pass.
Oh, wow. Okay. Here is the 5th and final clue. And I have to warn you, this doesn't necessarily give it away.
No, probably won't. We'll
And
have
we're
to guess
horrible,
anyway.
so
Clue number 5 and final clue.
I got this name because I started early.
I like how we both looked down like, what?
like what? He started early.
See, at clue number 5, there is no point in passing.
There's
so you
not.
might as well
so
take a
I'll
guess.
go with Jet Li.
And that is absolutely right. Well done.
What?
Yes, it's Jet Li.
Holy crap!
That's crazy.
That was difficult. That was
He
hard.
was
even in the right
the
ballpark.
youngest of 4, and his father died when he was very young. His talent at dancing was discovered at the age of 12.
No kidding.
He made his first movie in 1982, and it was a hit. The first time he got to play a villain was in Lethal Weapon 4 with Mel Gibson.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
And he got his name because he started early. I don't remember what the initial clue was for this because I set these games up weeks ago. But I believe it's the fact that he was the first person to set every morning.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Makes sense.
I believe,
Jet.
and someone nicknamed him Jet.
That's cool. I like that.
So
That's awesome.
that is a point to both players. You
Holy
each
crap.
have one. So let's
Wow.
move on to identity number 3.
Oh, cool.
And Augie, you start in control this time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right?
I was born to Velma and Ray. Both of my parents were missionaries.
You mean they did missionary, and that's why you were born?
Could be.
Pass.
Stevie.
No, I'm at the pass as well.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
Back to clue number 2. Augie, you're still in control. When my parents divorced, my father stopped drinking and partying.
Good context.
So we know what the
Pass.
reason was for your drinking and partying.
Augie passes. Over to Stevie.
Okay, I have an idea, but I'm at the pass. I need another clue.
Okay, back to Augie for clue number 3. I saw it in the first movie when I was a soldier. Augie, play or pass? You can see the wheels turning.
No?
Nah, pass.
Oh, passes to Stevie. Stevie, to take the lead,
I'm thinking about
play
it.
or
I
pass?
think I'm going to play.
Who do you think it is?
Chuck Norris. No?
I'm sorry, Augie, that's right. He's absolutely right. It is Chuck Norris.
Fuck! I shouldn't have second guessed myself because I was looking at Chuck Norris. I'm like, he's the only one I know who's played a soldier.
Okay, so true story. Almost all of these clues are bastardized so bad.
We never would have
His
fucking...
parents' names are Velma and Ray, but they're not missionaries.
Oh, well, I was so confused.
They're not missionaries.
I'm like, who's got missionary parents?
I think his father was a pastor and his mother was a waitress. I think
something like
not missionaries. I know they weren't missionaries. That's one of the things that went horribly wrong in the mistranslation.
That's fucking funny.
When his parents divorced, his father started drinking and partying, not stopped.
That makes sense.
His first movie, he played a soldier. The clues we didn't get to.
That was the only clue that mattered, really.
The clues we didn't get to. My brother is not like me, but he is the main reason for my success. Is heavily bastardized from my brother, Aaron Norris, is a very skilled director and directs most of my movies.
Yeah, I think, and he was Texas Walker Ranger.
And the final clue was, to me, you're better than Texas Ranger Walker.
Texas Ranger Walker. That would have been it. That would have been like,
funny.
it's Chuck Norris.
My grandfather and I used to watch that show.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Movie.
same.
Augie, you remain in control as we go to identity number 4. Stevie, if you win this one, you win the game.
Oh, shoot.
Damn.
So, Augie, you got to take
I
this
gotta
if
get
you can.
one.
Here is your first clue. I don't know my father, but my mother cooks.
Pass.
Stevie, you look like you're thinking about taking a shot at this.
I know
'Cause he
somebody
knows
on this
somebody.
list that cooks. That's why I'm thinking about taking it now and just seeing if I can take it. But then Augie would get a free shot.
You would get a free shot, yeah.
How many questions are this thing? 5?
There are 5 total.
Okay, so I have a chance. I'm going to take the shot.
Go ahead. Who do you think
fuck.
it is?
Jason Statham.
It is not Jason
it.
Statham. So that's incorrect. Augie, this clue is just for you. I don't know if it's going to help much.
Probably not.
Do it early.
He was born with water or honey, as they called him.
What the fuck?
Born with water or honey. Winnie the Pooh Bear.
Not,
He's on that
not
list.
on that
Okay,
list.
no. So,
Give me a real answer if you can.
we'll go with Bruce Willis.
Is incorrect.
Okay. That was like the only other person. I
But
could
you
think of.
stay in control as we go to clue number 3. I made my first film in 1980 when I was very young.
Take a guess, Augie.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
It's incorrect.
Fuck!
Stevie,
myself.
you get a free guess on clue
Screwed
number
myself.
4.
Dun, dun.
Screwed myself.
All right, so I think I'll take
Stevie?
the free shot of Haley
Here's-
Joel Osment.
Okay. You don't even want to hear clue number 4?
Don't even want it.
Okay. That's incorrect.
Damn it! I thought I had it.
We'll move on to clue number 5. I won't even tell you clue number 4. You didn't want it.
Yeah.
It probably won't help anyways.
No, I'll give you the clue, but you can't guess on it because you already guessed.
That's fair.
Many people died in my film. And the fifth and final clue, this genuinely won't help. Avoid washing with clean water.
What the fuck? Oh, I know exactly who that is.
Stevie, you are in control.
Oh, I am?
There is no point in passing at this point. This is the final clue.
Oh,
so
jeez.
take your next stab, as it were.
Jason Voorhees, because the water thing, because the lake.
It's exactly right. Well
Oh
done.
my
I
god!
knew.
Well done.
Funny enough, that clue did make me think it was Jason Voorhees.
I just looked at it and went, I didn't remember what the fuck it's talking about, but of course it's referring to Stay Away from Crystal Lake.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Jason Voorhees never met his father, but his mother was a chef. I don't remember what he was born with water or honey, as they called him, refers to. Genuinely don't remember what the hell that means. In his first film in 1980, he was very young. He appeared as a young boy in the very beginning.
Yeah, that was it.
You only see his hand at the very end as an adult, quote unquote. And of course, many people died in that movie, and Stay Away from Crystal Lake was a good one. But
Maybe they're
man,
talking about him coming out of the water.
Well done.
How he comes out of the water.
I don't know. Could be.
Man,
could be.
maybe.
Oh no! I know what this was. He was born with water on the brain. He had hydrocephaly or hydrocephalus.
Right,
That's what that clue is referring to. He was born with hydrocephalus.
That's why he was scared of the water and shit too.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Fuck.
Okay,
And
no,
that
makes more sense.
got horrendously twisted.
Yeah,
It did. Holy shit.
Thank you, translation programs.
Damn.
But Stevie has won the game. 3 identities
Thank you. Thank
are his.
you. Yay, movie knowledge.
We won't even get to the last one, but do you want to play it anyway?
Yes.
Might as well.
Let's
Might
do
as well.
this.
I come from a rich family. My father is a senator.
Either of you can guess. It's obviously, if you have any ideas, take a stab.
The Willis family doesn't have anyone in that, so it's got to be
I don't know.
Haley Joel Osment.
I can give you the next clue.
Yeah, let's go next clue.
That'd be the
I just don't know.
I learned to dance from childhood until my back hurt.
dancer.
Okay, from that point, I would probably say Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay.
Still thinking Haley.
Jamie Lee Curtis is wrong.
Okay.
Let's move on to clue number 3.
Yes, Madam was founded in 1985 with my face.
Yes, madam. Yes, ma'am.
Ha! I know it. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if you want to. Michael Myers.
Wrong.
No? Oh, I thought it was gonna be Dude Man's face, and that's what the mask
Oh,
was made out
yeah.
of.
Here's the 4th clue, and this one's really funny if you know who it is.
I have done all the things now.
Nothing? Nothing? All right. Clue number 5.
Worked me with Jackie Chan and James Bond.
Oh, it's Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Wrong.
What?
What was it? I'm confused.
Instead of I've done all the things now, I said I've done everything, everywhere, all at once.
Fucking Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Michelle Yeoh came from a rich family. Her father really was a senator. That clue didn't
I
get
wasn't
messed
sure
up much.
if it was Osment or Yeoh who
She was a
senator.
dancer from childhood until she had a spinal injury.
Oh, shit.
And instead, she did a movie in 1985 called Yes, Madam, where she was the lead. The fourth clue was I've done everything everywhere all at once, and the final clue was I've
like
worked
that.
with Jackie Chan and James Bond, and of course she
I
has.
thought Yes Madam sounded familiar. Fuck.
Interesting. Anyway, that was just for fun.
Yeah,
Stevie's still
fun.
the winner. Stevie has 3 points to Augie's 0. Augie,
I don't think
it's gonna come down to game 3. You can do it.
tight.
I got
I
faith
got
in
this.
you.
Oh, you
We're
got
gonna
this.
find out right after this.
Hey there, I'm Dave, the host of Beer in Front. Sometimes the beer in front of you is the best one yet. I'll talk about some old school beers that maybe you've forgotten about, some new beers that have the potential to be a classic. I'll also talk to various people around the beer world and get their stories all about beer. That's Beer in Front, and it's available on all of your favorite podcast apps.
I really liked how your hand was the clock,
Yeah.
pointing as you counted down, and then at 0, your hand touched the touch
The
screen.
table.
No, it touched the touch screen to trigger
tablet.
the.
Oh
the
yeah.
song. I was like, that's genius. Anyway,
Yeah, dude. Let's have fun with
welcome to game 3. This is going to decide it. It's the cost is correct. Stevie's got 3 points. Augie has 0. This game is worth 3 points, so Augie needs to get this to tie.
I'm playing his game too, which sucks even more.
I know, I've been
This
playing
is
good
not
lately,
a good.
though.
It's not a good game for Augie typically.
Now, if this
but
was making it
Stevie
worse.
bombed last time.
Yeah.
So
I did, so
We'll
I'm
see
going to
how
play
it
more
goes.
conservatively this time.
So considering the last game was all pretty much about horror movies and movie, characters and actors and so forth.
Yeah.
I picked items related to them, to the people from
cool.
this list. So I've got 3 items that went up for auction on eBay. All you have to do is tell me what was the final auction price. What did this item go for in the end? The player who's the closest without going over will win the listing and earn themselves 1 point for the game. The first player to win 2 listings and 2 points wins this game and gets themselves 3 episode points and either ties it up or makes a clean sweep, depending on who does it. We're going to find out now.
Oh boy.
And we're going to do this. We're going to do the same way we do when we have just 2 people. It's going to be a final bid style. So you just keep bidding and bidding until I tell you.
It's fun.
It is.
Our first item up for bids is this fantastic signed poster. This framed poster for the original 1980 Friday the 13th movie has been signed by 11 members of the cast and crew of the film and professionally authenticated by Beckett Authentication. And this listing can be yours if the cost is correct. Augie, what is your first bid?
1,000.
$1,000, says Augie. Stevie.
1,100.
$1,100, says Stevie. Augie.
1,500.
$1,500, says Augie. Stevie.
Wow. It's higher than I thought it would be. Again, starting off.
I mean, it's from a film, a very popular
true.
one too. A lot of signatures.
We'll go with 1,750.
$1,750, says Stevie.
Yeah.
Augie.
2,000.
$2,000, says Augie. Stevie.
Wow.
Okay.
2,200.
$2,200, says Stevie. Augie.
Whoa.
26.
$2,600 I will call for final bids.
Okay.
So, Stevie, you can bid anywhere between $2,200 and whatever.